Hi, I'm Geneva Long, CEO of Bowlus, and today we have a certified pre-owned 2025 rivet that just became available, which we got in on trade, and I'm here to give you a full walkthrough of it. So let's get started. So getting started at the front, now this rivet has a dry weight of 2,900 pounds and a GVWR of 3,500 pounds. So there are so many tow vehicles that you can use to tow this Bowlus rivet. We'll start here on the hitch, so you can see really simple hitch setup. You've got that 2-inch ball here, jockey wheel up and down, so you can, that's how you move your Bowlus up and down. Safety chains, breakaway cable. You'll notice no weight equalization hitches, no anti-sway, none of that is required in a Bowlus because, like we mentioned, we already have that low weight. You'll also notice in the Bowlus that we have a really low center of gravity. When we design, it's all about lightweight, it's all about quality, it's all about easy to drive and the best handling and drivability. So that's why you'll find all of our weight is down low, really low center of gravity, nothing like an air conditioner on the roof, no big cabinetry up at the top, and that's all gonna give you great handling when you're towing, which is really important. And so, like I said, really easy setup, which makes it great for EVs because you can hitch and unhitch if you're at a charging station in less than a minute. You can also add the option of Aero Move to this Bowlus if you wanted to do that, and I'll link a video here showing what that demonstration of Aero Move is like. But really fantastic, makes it easy to maneuver your Bowlus. But as you'll know from watching my other videos, the Bowlus can be maneuvered just simply by hand with the handle on the front because of that low tongue weight. So very easy to hitch, very easy to drive, very easy to maneuver. As we move back, you'll notice the propane tank here. Now, the propane only runs one appliance, and that's going to be the hydronic heating system. And that hydronic heating system can run both off of electrical or off of propane, and you have that flexibility depending on how you're traveling and how you want to run it. But that gives really great flexibility. Everything else in the Bowlus is all electric. So you'll find the induction cooktop, everything else, our fridge is 12 volt, everything else being electric. So that propane tank is just on the front for the propane, and that's really just for cold weather camping. So you're using that propane when you want a big temperature differential, and I'll get into a little bit more about why the Bowlus is a 4 seasons type of RV, but the gist of it is that all of our water systems are inside that shell, including the fresh water tank. And so as long as you're keeping your heating on, you're able to still enjoy your Bowlus in freezing temperatures. And certainly that hydronic heating system keeps everything nice and toasty inside as well. As we walk back, you'll see that we have 4 stabilization jacks. I will also link my video on stabilization jacks, but there's a hand crank here, and then there's also a bit that you can add to a drill if you wanted to make those go up and down a little bit faster, but very easy to do. You've got your LED marker lights. We'll take a moment here for the 2024 T3 aluminum. And that's the type of aluminum that you're gonna find on aerospace and on aircraft. And same with the rivets. We're all using all bucked rivets on this exterior shell right here. And that is the strongest type of rivet. It's a structural rivet rather than just an aesthetic rivet. And that's keeping this full monocoque design. And monocoque design means that everything wraps all the way around. So I'll just go down here where you can see the aluminum goes all the way underneath. And that's going to be sure that there's no place for vermin to enter, that again, all of your water systems are inside. And so it's really a game changer when it comes to selecting your RV. We'll go up here again, and as we move over, you've got the windows. In the living room, you have 2 sliding windows on either side, 1 sliding window in the bedroom that I'll get to, drip rail and awning rail up there. And now the awning can go on either side, so you can set that up to go on either the port or starboard side. Moving down, we've got that outdoor storage hatch, and this is lockable. And inside we've got the awning, we've got chocks, and as you can see, it's quite long. So something like those telescoping outdoor chairs fit really well in there. Lots of of really great outdoor storage. Here, this Bowlus has our Adventure Edition, is it equipped with our Adventure Edition. So that is the 3-inch lift and the all-terrain tires. So you can really appreciate what that looks like here while we're down there. You've also got a Dexter Torflex axle. Really great, highest quality, perfect for, navigating off pavement, so gravel roads, dirt roads, that type of thing. The Bowlus really has fantastic ground clearance. And as we move back, we've got air conditioner venting, and I'll go all into the air conditioner, but you won't find it on the roof. And then emergency exit here. Toilet cassette, and I'm going to link my video here because this is definitely a question people have and they want to see the full process, so we did that. But right here we're going to look at the toilet cassette. Really easy to slide in and slide out, empty into any toilet or porta potty, or of course sewer clean out, and that's just size wise what that's going to look like. Easy to bring in and then easy to put back. Empties on the outside of your Bowlus, which is really critical. And this is really the preferred type of toilet system for an RV. And if you're not sold, please go to my other video to learn all about the benefits of that cassette toilet system. And of course, we'd always be happy to talk to you more about why we have picked this system, why it is the superior system in Europe, and why we believe it's the best system for off-grid camping. And as we move to the back, we've got that sliding window in the bedroom I mentioned, the fixed window in the tail as well. I've got the wood blinds in there right now, just so you can see LED tail lights. And as we move to the other side, you've got that gravity fill, fresh water fill for the freshwater tank right there. This is where your license plate would go. License plate light, LED tail lights, city water connection right there. As we move back, Bowlus uses 30 amp, but you can run all of the systems on 15 amp. And that's really important if you're thinking about camping with friends or family, or visiting somewhere where maybe you don't have that 30 amp service. You can run that air conditioning on the 15 amp as well as off the battery, but certainly well connected to 15 amp. And that's really unique for an RV. And next to that, so this is your shore power going into your pedestal or your power outside the RV, and then this is your shore power or your solar power inputs. This unit also has our off-grid package 1, and our off-grid package 1 contains 400 watts of AeroSolar. So that's going to be on the roof of the Bowlus, and that AeroSolar is more than enough to generate what you're using with regular daily use. So what is regular daily use? Regular daily use we count as the fridge, lights, charging phones, charging devices, everything you need to keep your RV running inside, except maybe for the air conditioning. Now, solar is never going to be enough to make up for the consumption that air conditioning is. And that's why we put large batteries inside the Bowlus. So in this Bowlus, we have an 8 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate battery, and that's going to be enough to run the air conditioner for up to 16 hours. And that is going to be multiple days, because if you really think about it, you're not necessarily running the air conditioner 24 hours a day. And if not, you're either going to be plugged in. If you're wanting to run that air conditioner 24 hours a day, you can be plugged in, or you can use a small generator. And here we have the Honda 2000 watt generator set up here. This is a small generator. Again, this is unique because most RVs would require a 30 amp generator in order to run their air conditioners. This is about 35 pounds, easy to bring, very energy efficient, and also very quiet. So if you're looking to run air conditioning 24 hours a day for multiple days, then this sort of setup is something you're definitely going to be wanting to look for in an RV, especially if you're going to be off-grid. So that's a little summary on power inside a Bowlus and inside RVs. And you'll really do want to look for an RV with large lithium iron phosphate batteries and an AeroSolar installation like we have here. Very aerodynamic, which is important. And that, like I said, is going to be enough to generate your regular daily use. And then you also have those large batteries. So really the best of both worlds for off-grid camping. And then You also have that set up, of course, if you're going to be at campgrounds or somewhere that has shore power inputs like you might want. Also on the back here, we've got those stabilization jacks. So I mentioned there were 4. There's 2 at the front and 2 at the back. We've got that gray water dump right here as well. And we don't combine our black water and our gray water inside the Bowlus, which is why we have that cassette toilet. So that cassette toilet is going to hold all the waste, and the gray water is just going to have your gray water. And so that makes it a lot easier and more flexible to dump, which is really fantastic. As we move back, same thing on this side. So again, sliding windows, drip rail, awning rail up top, these 2 beautiful sliding windows in the living room. And now we'll move along to the front. You've got that beautiful door on the front. Now that door on the front is a signature Bowlus design. And looking here on the front, we also use all real commercial grade locks. So no RV locks here. Safety is, incredibly important, and also have the ability to link over to my safety video here where we talk all about how to lock your hitch and how to do that. Door has a door stay that's holding it open, and let's go inside this 2025 Rivet. And inside the Bowlus, we have the stainless steel countertops, which is the only piece of steel you're going to find inside the Bowlus. Everything else is aluminum. Really great deep sink faucet. Now this does extend outside as well. And you've got plug here. Now all of our outlets are always live off the inverter, so you're not just looking for one. And we have a large 3000 watt inverter that can handle blenders, any other appliances, Nespresso machines, anything else that you might want to bring along. You've got the microwave here, and then on the other side, you've got the 12-volt fridge with freezer. Sorry. And that's the freezer up top. And then you've got that induction cooktop here, 2-burner, turns on over here. And then you have the ability to set your heat, etc. Another outlet over here as well. And then in terms of storage, you've got a lot of storage inside this Rivet. So you have 3 cabinets on this side, all quite deep. You've got 2 on this side under the sink. And then under the microwave, you've got 2 really deep drawers. So you've got that one and then a second one right under it. And this has all of the items that you might need for your Bowlus: microwave tray, cranks, etc. And as we move back into the living room, so in the living room, you're going to find the dinette here and the sofa over here. And both of these are convertible into beds. So the Bowlus does sleep 4. This Bowlus Rivet has a king bed configuration, and then it also has the smart TV as an option. And here in the living room, you've also got these really fantastic curtains, which filter that light really wonderfully. And you've got that for all throughout the living room. I'll just do one here. Dinette. So dinette is oversized, so really great, lots of space. It also is perfect for working remotely with 2 people. They can both open a large laptop, which is quite unique in RVs. And then you've got the plug down below, as well as USB-C charging here on the left. That's your distribution box and 12-volt fuses underneath the table as well for easy access. But really great for working remotely. This Rivet is Starlink ready, so there's a place to run that Starlink conduit, get it all set up to make it easy to work remotely on the road. Storage. So down here, again, like we mentioned at the beginning of this video, we have all of our storage down low, and that's because low center of gravity equals better handling for you. So the drawers down here, and you've got 5 of them. You've got 3 on this side and 2 on this side. And you can think of that as equivalent to your 5-drawer dresser. You know, lots of storage. I'll back up here so you can see the full view. But lots of storage, making it really great for traveling with 2 to 4 people. Let's talk a bit about air conditioning. So here I'm spotting our air conditioning vent. You've got 3 of them. The air conditioning is inside the Bowlus, which is really efficient and fantastic. I will link my air conditioning video here where you show us testing this in 100-degree+ conditions. And that air conditioner runs off the battery. And so that's going to enable you to turn on that air conditioning when you don't have hookups and really change the type of way that you travel. Now let's go over the door system, because this is a unique feature to the Bowlus and it gives you a separate bedroom, which is so needed and so unique in an RV. We definitely have lots of owners that have previously owned vans, and you know, vans can be really great for a lot of reasons, but one of the big downsides is that you're all in that same small room together, as well as you have a wet bathroom. And those are really some things that when we design the Bowlus, we think about. We want you to have that separate bedroom, so that bedroom can just be closed off here, and then also with this door. And why do you want that? You want that if one partner's getting up earlier than the other, staying up later. You know, sometimes it's nice for everyone to have their own space, right? And so those are really key things that we made sure to design for the Bowlus. And so you have that separate sleeping space. And I'll step into the bathroom here so you can see inside. So now I'm just closing off the door to the living room. And here you can see our vanity. So that's going to be the air conditioner venting as well. You've got some storage down below there. Kitchen sink faucet plug, again, always live. Beautiful vanity mirror, good lighting, very important. And then behind here, you've got more storage in the medicine cabinet, vanity lighting. This is your water pump switch. And then you'll find all of your controls here. So we've got our hydronic heating system here. That's going to do hot water and heating. This is going to govern your inverter. So whether you're plugged in or not plugged in, and what that means and how to charge it. And we have very simple tables for this. All of this is very user friendly. Main power switch. So this kills everything inside the Bowlus power wise. This is your touchscreen panel. So you can see how much power you're getting from shore power, what our loads are, what our battery is, and of course what we're absorbing on solar, but we're inside in our showroom, so we're not going to be absorbing anything. An air conditioning panel right here. It also has a dehumidifying and fan mode as well. And as we move into the toilet, you have the emergency exit, lighting up top. You've got the blue button to put in water into the toilet bowl back there. Of course, the toilet itself, and then the flush valve down here, toilet paper holder, and then this is the fill place for the glycol fluid that the hydronic heating system works on. So very easy to access. Another air conditioning vent back there as well. So lots of great AC throughout. So I'll go into the shower now, and in the shower, it's going to be a sit-down shower, but you have that beautiful shower head right here. And you'll notice how big the shower is. So I'm here sitting on the seat, lots of room there inside the shower. And then there's also this clothes hanging bar right here that you obviously can use when you're not showering to hang any kind of overflow jackets or anything else that might need to be hung. So let's move into the bedroom. And inside this 2025 Rivet, we have the king bed setup, which means we do have some extra storage underneath. So that's what that storage is going to look like. And then you've got that beautiful big king bed, 6'7" in length, 80 inches at the top. I've got those wood blinds in there so you can see the type of privacy. Same type of blinds on the side as the living room. So let me just roll that down to show what that looks like. You've got a reading light here, USB charging, nightstand at the bottom. You have USB charging, USB-C charging there as well as that heater booster fan right there. So that's part of that hydronic heating system. Lights on either side, and really beautiful, comfortable bedroom and mattress. Thank you so much for joining us for a tour of this 2025 Rivet. This is a beautiful certified pre-owned Bowlus available now. This will go quickly. Like I said, this does have the off-grid power package 1, the adventure package, and the smart TV package. Please see the below description for more details and to contact a Bowlus salesperson. Thank you so much.